Good morning. It is 5:15 and we are driving to the airport on our way to Florida so that we can board the Sun Princess tomorrow. It's the first week-long sailing the Sun Princess will be taking out of the United States, so we're really excited. And a beautiful new ship. I don't think I've ever been on a ship this new, and this is Princess's largest ship they've ever built. So we're going to have a lot of fun. All right, it is 5:55 and we just pulled into the parking lot that we'll be staying at. Our plane boards in an hour and a half. Hopefully it doesn't take long to get into a shuttle. And I don't know, do we just take us any open spot? I guess everything's covered parking, so that's good. All right, see you at the airport. Wow, it is 6:45. That was a long security wait, but John finished because of he's a global entry. Yeah. What was 5 minutes for you? I was about 40 minutes. Oh. They just started boarding our plane and they're coming over the intercom offering $300 for one person who's willing to not take this flight. Doesn't look like they have takers. It's been 3 minutes and the offer has gone up to $400. Or you can go to West Palm Beach instead of Fort Lauderdale. Weird. So there's not room on the rest of today's flights either. I'm really glad we're doing the first flight out. It's been not even 5 minutes. Now they're offering $500 breakfast, lunch, and dinner if you will get off the plane.
And breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, $700. $800. $900 was the winning ticket. Now they have 3 people arguing over who gets it.
Oh, they're dealing. They're
yeah. Right, we are in Fort Lauderdale and I felt like it was a rocky landing, but I think it was just that we were at the very back of the plane, so it moved more than I'm used to. But I was able to see this really cool thing, like a line behind the wing that I normally don't see. And what was it called? Contrail. I've never seen that from inside the plane, I don't think. It was really cool, but scary landing. So I'm happy that we're here. We're having lunch and waiting for the hotel to let us know that our room is ready. So cheers and see you there. It is 1 o'clock and we just came and grabbed our bags. And now we're gonna go out, and this hotel has a shuttle. We're staying at the Fort Lauderdale Residence Inn cruise terminal. Anyway, like I said, it's 1 o'clock, so we're interested to see, in comparison to our last stay at the Hilton property, where I was a Diamond member and they let us sit in the lobby until after 3 o'clock and then told me I had sharp eyes for asking if my room was done. So we're gonna see what time we get our room today, because I am a Marriott member, but I don't have status as far as I know. So let's see. So we're looking for E, which looks like 2 signs up from where we are. We want to be up at the E pillar.
Wow. I think it's an expression of distance.
Ooh, this is appropriate public attire. My God. I mean, that's literally underwear. It's a It's a sports bra and boxers. All right, so the shuttle is coming, and they said it's a white shuttle, and it says Courtyard on the side. We're gonna keep our eyes peeled. Oh, there it says Courtyard. Woohoo! Hello. Pretty nice room.
Yeah.
Really, really clean. They have all the utensils, not just a ladle. Glassware, coffee mugs. You can see the pool.
And he didn't even think you said you had sharp eyes.
Yeah, that guy didn't insult me. Looks great. Well, we are in our room, and it was ready the minute we walked through the door. I pulled out my phone and I filmed some of the lobby just to show you how the hotel looks. First of all, what hit me was the smell. Did you notice? It smells really good. Room was ready. We're up here. It's 1:30. So, fantastic. And maybe we could have arrived earlier, and who knows? But the room is really nice. I just did a little walkthrough so that you can take a look at it. But they also have a little scrub mommy, like in its wrapper with the dishwasher tab, so that if you use the stuff here, you can wash your utensils and everything. But it's in its package. I'm taking that home. That's like a souvenir of this hotel. It's a full-size scrub mommy. Our morning started really early. We went to bed at 1 a.m. and we woke up at 4 a.m. Now that we're here, it's time, I think, that we take a nap. And the whole point every time that I arrive a day early is just to make sure I'm in town so that I'm 5 miles instead of 500 miles from the cruise port. So you may not see much of us tonight. Maybe if we have dinner, I'll show you what that is. But I actually made some roast beef and pastrami roll-ups and brought them from home so that we can have them here in the room. Okay, so we took a nap. Much needed. When you combine our sleep at home with our nap, we are at about 5 hours. So for dinner, I brought a couple things. I'll show you. I made these yesterday, and one of them doesn't need to be cooked, but the other one I'm gonna try and cook with the stuff available in this room. So the first thing are these little, there's pastrami and Swiss and turkey and cheddar pinwheels, and I put yellow pepper, jalapeno, and mustard in with them. But then the other thing are these are just basically cheese rolls, so I'm gonna put them in this frying pan. So they have the 2-burner stove. There's the scrub mommy I was telling you about. They also give you a dishwasher tab. So I'm going to throw these in the pan and grill them up so they're kind of like quesadilla rolls, and call that dinner. They did put a jug in the fridge, which to me is weird because Florida water is gross, so I don't think anyone should be drinking out of the tap. But I just went down and got a water bottle from the concession stand, basically. There's our cheese rolls, the pinwheels, and I went down to the concession area and grabbed those. They have no pricing on the stuff in there, so I hope that's not crazy. This hotel I'm pretty impressed with. I think the room is nice. The bed is, I mean, no bed compares to ours. We have a really nice mattress, but that's the one thing I don't really love about this room. But they have all the provisions you need to make a simple dinner and utensils. I will definitely be staying with Marriott next time that we come to Florida if this is what we should expect. Well, we're back with a shocking revelation. I said earlier that they don't have any prices on the stuff in there. So I grabbed a water and then later went down and got a Diet Pepsi and a Diet Mountain Dew. John asked, how much is the water? She said, $10 for a bottle of water.
If the prices aren't posted, you can't afford it.
Yeah, I generally know that, but $10 freaking for a bottle of water? And he drank all of that water already. He didn't know it was Golden Throne water. So I'm in absolute shock. I think I spent $30 on a water and two 20-ounce bottles of soda. Good morning. It's 8:10 and we are just out of bed and we're gonna run downstairs to take a look at the buffet because we're in what they call the yellow zone for traffic there. So I'll try and show you what their breakfast buffet looks like and then we'll come back and prepare. We have an 11:30 to 2 arrival window for the entire ship, which sounds a bit chaotic, but we'll see. They have a really nice buffet. A moment of truth is going to be their coffee compared to Hilton. Hilton is terrible. So better than Hilton?
I think both of them.
Oh no, it's not that much better. They must source them from the same place. All right, it is 10:30, and we had seen from Sharon and Jamie's boarding experience last week that with the new everyone arrives at the same time process, there was a huge pileup of passengers trying to get on the ship right when the doors were supposed to open at 11:30. So we planned on not leaving the hotel until 11, but thanks to our Facebook group for this sailing, I was able to see that first they had 300 people waiting outside, then they opened the doors, and at this point they are boarding the ship. So John and I are getting our final details of the room buttoned up. And I know I mentioned yesterday there's a Scrub Mommy wrapped in its original packaging as part of this room. And I was half joking when I said I was going to take that. But now that they've charged us $10 for a bottle of water, I am definitely taking a Scrub Mommy. They didn't charge us $10 each for the sodas. They charged us $3.50 each per soda and $10 for the bottle of water. $3.50 is, I can see that, that's reasonable. But $10 for a bottle of water, like, as I was telling John, that creates a memory for me that I thought that this hotel price was reasonable. It was about $200. And most Florida hotels you're going to pay $300. So I was happy with the room price. But $10 for a bottle of water, now that's going to be the takeaway that just sticks out in my mind. Not that I want to dwell on that, but it just, as a fact, that's what's going to be my memory of this place. That said, I really like this hotel room. My only issue with it was that the air conditioner in here seems to be on a sensor. So unless you have walked in front of the sensor in the last 10 minutes, it turns off. So it was consistently 73 in here, even though it was supposed to be aiming for 68. It just kept thinking we weren't here and turning off. Anyway, we are gonna order a lift and head to the port and show you as we get on the Sun Princess. This is the first week-long sailing out of the United States. Sharon and Jamie just got off of the first revenue sailing, and prior to their cruise was Tony and Dawn doing the, I think it was a 3-day media preview sailing. I didn't realize Dawn would be on the ship because he did the transatlantic, so I assumed he'd be getting off and heading home. Well, it turned out he was staying on so that he could do the media event as well. I reached out to Tony and I asked if it would be okay for me to send my friend Stanley the Stowaway to sail with him, and he said yes. I suggested maybe he could sign Stanley's shirt and then have Stanley the Bear waiting for Jamie and Sharon, because it was their first time cruising with Princess this week. And I thought that would be really cool for them to get to experience it with Stanley the Stowaway. And they sent a picture last night with Stanley. It was so cute, Sharon and him and Stanley right in the middle. Anyway, so they have passed Stanley on to Vincent at Guest Services, who is going to try and have Stanley in our room when we get there. So I'll show you. I think it is so cool that now Stanley has been on the ship almost as long as Dawn was. We'll see what happens though, and I will show you when we get on board, get to our cabin. I thought we were going to have the coolest interior cabin on the ship, and I misunderstood the floor plans. And I was really hopeful that we would have access to the sea view terrace from our cabin, like within steps. But unfortunately, it's the end of a hallway. It's a dead end rather than access to the balcony. We are down in the lobby and we ordered our Uber, or our Lyft. We saved $2 by saying we'd be willing to wait an extra few minutes. So it was $13.80, whereas the shuttle from here to the port is $30 per person. So I recommend using an app.
No, you can't.
Somebody turned it on.
They have the menu here to take it out, and then you can.
All right, the line goes all the way back there. Oh my goodness. We're in line. John asked if they had an elite section, and they said it separates once you get through. So we'll see how long it takes. It's like 11:35 right now, and we are way at the end of the line.